Hey everybody, I'm going to do a mallet smash on a cradled wood panel with the sides taped so that when I resin it, I will leave the sides natural. I did do one like this and it sold already. But if you want to see what I'm talking about 4 videos ago, I have a resin update video, so check that out and you'll see it in that. And also check out my last video where I have broken down wood panel pricing. And I show a piece of paper like this with Blick and Jerry's Artrama and Amazon. And so with all the pricing breakdowns. And this was primed with GAC 100 golden. I needed a clear, which I guess there is a clear gesso, which I do need to purchase, but I have not yet. I just realized I poured another painting today, and then I got sidetracked for like hours, and I didn't put my lid all the way back on my white. Hang on, I need to drink water. I've been taking like tons of allergy meds today, and I'm so thirsty now. Alrighty. So, you know how I don't like pouring medium. And the other day I did a video and I used pouring medium in the paints. So I had some left over. And look at what happens. It totally separates. Like you can see, the top is light and the bottom's dark. Totally separates with the pouring medium. So I had to really stir this one up. Pouring medium does give it a nice smooth consistency though, but me and pouring medium are not friends. This is a beautiful orange. All I wrote down on it was pouring medium. I have absolutely no idea what this is. I really wish I did. I don't think it's the neon red with some other stuff. I don't know, and I wish I did. And then this is my new paint, Soho brand, Permanent Red from Jerry's Artrama. And this is a 5x7, I believe. So let me shake up my white, which is Dutch Boy interior latex paint in ultra white, which I mixed with Floetrol and water. It's the same white mixture I've been using for years now. And then this is just blue painter's tape. And I really liked how it looked with the resin, with the sides natural. Something different. It's always nice to shake things up. I don't like it on canvas. I tried it once on canvas. I don't like that. But wood gives a whole different look. And it's so easy to work with. And another thing I guess I really like the wood for is its durability when shipping. I know that nothing will happen to it. I mean, I package my stuff like to the hilt, so nothing you buy from me will get damaged. But the wood, it's not gonna get cut by anything or. All right. Oh my. All right, I have got to fix that torch head. So I'm just gonna do one puddle. So generally these don't take a long time. And sometimes when things don't take a long time, people are like, how is that art? But this is after many, many, many years and thousands of pours. See, with the pouring medium, it sinks under the white. If there was no pouring medium, it wouldn't. If somebody can explain that to me, please do. And if I were there I'd be. I'm actually going to use my plastic one. I never cleaned off my other one after my last pour. It's got kind of a pretty design on it. But I need to soak this puppy in some water so I can clean it off. Oh my gosh, those colors. To die for. I hope it stays like that. Those are some great colors. Now I'm going to spread it out. But it sinks under. It's that damn pouring medium. I actually want more color because I want to be able to really spread it out. And I'll probably say, oh my God, there's too much paint. Yeah, all that color has soaked underneath. I really hate pouring medium. But all these little cells are kind of cool, but we'll see if I can bring it out. Ugh, I can't. All right, I'm gonna try it a different way. I don't know why pouring medium does that. Again, the color has sank. But it might end up being cool in its own. Just not exactly how I expected. No. All right. So there was very nice webbing on that. I liked the effect of doing the puddle first though. All right, so let's see. I don't have an orange that bright. But I've got this. And I thought I had a Payne's Gray. But I don't, without out pouring medium, so we'll switch to Prussian blue. And we will see if it works. Now, see how all the color stays? None of it fell underneath. It's like on the last few attempts, all you saw was the white. So that is why I hate pouring medium. I don't know why that happens, but that is why I don't like it. So now I am just going to stretch this puppy out and cover the canvas. I don't want to lose too much of it, but I do want kind of a stretched out look. I'm gonna torch to make. I knew that would happen. So if you torch and then you continue, it usually doesn't happen the second time. There's an awful lot of color there, so I'm just gonna. No, I may not. I think I like doing the puddle. I like doing that puddle first. That worked out really, really nicely. Wow, these colors. Oh my gosh. Gorge. There's quite a bit of paint there. So yeah, please explain this pouring medium thing to me. Why does it screw up? Why does it go under my white? I mean, my white is not mixed with pouring medium, but even when I did the sample and that did have pouring medium, it still didn't work out right. Oh my gosh, I am in love with this. I probably shouldn't be so pleased with my own work, but this is gorgeous. Now I finally have proof that I hate pouring medium. And I am just throwing away those paints. I really like that orange. If only I knew what it was. I think it is neon red or fluorescent red with something else maybe added. Oh my god, seriously. Amazing. Oh my gosh. love, love, love. Love, 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 love. Oh, shoot. Oops. Wow. Love it. Super happy with it. Can go whatever direction you want. So yeah, so these are the two with the pouring medium. And I don't know why that happens. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.